Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about the movie Strange Darling. This movie, you guys, this movie was not what I was expecting. I was blown away by this movie. This movie was fantastic, insane, wickedly insane. It was not what I expected. When I'm telling you, it was not what I expected. It was not what I expected. I'm not sure what I thought it was. I kind of thought, it was going to be the same. Oh, guy meets girl. Now he's a serial killer and blah, 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 blah. Correct? Whew, boy, was I wrong. This movie exceeded my expectations. And I'm going to go ahead and say that it was one of the best movies I have seen so far this year because it was that insanely good. Um, so this girl, right, she's meeting up with this guy, and this movie, it actually has, it doesn't play on a linear way where the movie's just playing from first scene to second scene to third scene to fourth scene. This movie actually plays from uh chapter 5 to chapter 1, chapter 3 to chapter 2. So it continuously shows you pieces and bits of scenes that are happening throughout the movie. And one of the things that I really, really liked about this movie was the fact that I couldn't find any plot holes throughout the movie or inconsistencies, right? Because other times when I'm watching other movies, they'll be telling the story and then something happens and then they move on. But then there's like this inconsistency in the story where you're like, wait, well, that doesn't make sense. I did not get that with this movie. This movie was so good to the point where you're just like looking at the story and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And if you ever have a question in this movie where you're just kind of like, I wonder, they answer it right next on the next following scene because this movie's that good. I think the director, JT Molnar, he hasn't had a lot of experience um, making movies, right? I think he's done like music videos, um, and short films and sort of that stuff, but he hasn't really come out in several filmmaking movies. So that was a shocker. This guy has talent. I'm telling you, you guys, this movie was fantastic. So one of the things about this movie that I loved so much is that it plays on the narrative where, I mean, to me, it was kind of like sexism, right? Because you don't expect it to be the woman who's the predator. You always kind of expect it, and that's what they played on the trailer, was that the man was the predator. But this girl, she is so insane. She, I guess she's like a serial killer. She goes around killing people, and this wasn't her first time. This was not her first rodeo. She has done this several times, and she goes out to these bars and she picks one victim, right? And so when they think they're going to go ahead and get lucky, they're actually going to get tortured and whatever else she has continuously done to these people. So that is insane. They do not reveal any of that in the trailer. They do not reveal any of that in the storyline where you're waiting to see, oh, what is this movie about? Like, they do not give any of that away. And the fact that she's so insanely crazy, like, you guys, when I tell you she's insanely crazy, like when I was watching this, I felt disturbed. Like I was like, oh my god, like this is a little bit too much, like I could not believe how disturbed I was. This movie is that good and that crazy, you guys. I don't know. I'm very I'm a fan. I'm a fan of JT Molnar now, and I'm actually looking forward to his new movies that he's gonna be making because this movie is just it blew me away, you guys. It blew me away, and it blew me away in the ways that you want to be blown away, right? Because you want to be surprised, you want to be shocked, you want everything in that movie where you're like, oh my God, like I did not expect that. Wow, I was thrilled, shocked, surprised, and disturbed all at once. Like, that's a lot of feelings. A lot of feelings. So um I highly recommend it. To me, this was a 10 out of 10, you guys. I love this movie. I will be buying it. And yeah, so I hope you guys see it.